Hello students, this is Mr. Little and I'm going to go ahead and do the oral accommodation for the seasons on-level quiz. So if you are a pre-AP student, this is not the quiz that you would be taking. This is for the on-level students, which I believe really just has a shorter number of questions. But at any rate, here we go. So for my on-level kiddos, you're of course going to put in your first and your last name. Make sure that it does say Seasons Quiz, TEKS 8.7a. If you're not in the right quiz, then you're not going to get credit. So make sure you're in the right quiz, excuse me. So once you've got your name in there, just like we always do, we're going to put in our class period. So you'll see in the drop-down box that go ahead and click that. That will allow you to select the proper period. And then we're going to go on to the questions. Notice that they're not numbered, so it's really important if you want to write it down on a sheet of paper or an index card to make sure that your answers are correct. I've had a lot of students do that. You do you. You do whatever's going to be in your best interest to maximize your grade and be successful. So, first question. Earth seasons are caused by the distance of the Earth from the Sun, the Moon's gravitational pull, the tilt of the Earth's axis, or the groundhog in Pennsylvania. Next question. The correct order of the seasons is summer, winter, fall, spring, spring, fall, winter, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, or fall, summer, winter, spring. That's a pretty important leading question, kids. Make sure that if you get that one incorrect, that you make sure to cover those, maybe using index cards, but you have got to know the order of the seasons in order to be successful on this part of the unit. Okay, next question says, in the model below, which hemisphere is experiencing summer? So they're referencing the Earth right here. It's tilted, so it's asking which hemisphere is experiencing summer. It says a foam ball and a lamp are used to model Earth's rotation and revolution around the sun. So which one is experiencing summer? The northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, the eastern hemisphere, or the western hemisphere? Next question. Which of the following best describes the days and nights shown in the diagram below? Use the image to answer the question. Take a look at all of the letters, take a look at all the information that's given to you. The northern hemisphere is having days that last longer than the nights. The southern hemisphere is having days that last longer than the nights. Both hemispheres are having nights and days that last the same amount of time. Or both hemispheres are having days that last longer than the nights. Next question. Label the seasons for the northern hemisphere. And again, you're going to use this model, this graphic right here to answer the questions. And you can see that you've got a number of answer choices. So you want to go ahead and click the radio button for whatever season you think that location is currently in, for location A, B, C, and D. Next question. The longest day of the year for the northern hemisphere occurs on June 20th or 21st. This is referred to as the summer solstice, the winter solstice, the spring equinox, or the autumnal or fall equinox. Again, kids, make sure that you have looked through the notes prior to taking the quiz. Every single one of these can be answered from your notes, either through the textbook, through HMH Digital, through Texas Gateways, or even through my oral lecture. What season is the northern hemisphere experiencing in the diagram below? Note, look at the axis and the tilt of the Earth. Is the northern hemisphere experiencing autumn or fall, spring, summer, or winter? Next question. When Earth reaches position T in the model, which season will Texas experience? Again, we're using a foam ball and a lamp that are going to be used to model Earth's rotation and revolution around the sun. So, which season is Texas going to experience when it gets into this position? Remember that we're going in a counterclockwise direction according to the arrows. Is Texas going to experience winter, spring, summer, or autumn, fall? On March 20th or 21st, the Earth experiences 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. In the northern hemisphere, this is referred to as the summer solstice, the winter solstice, the spring equinox, or the autumnal or fall equinox. Remember, we're looking at March 20th or 21st in the northern hemisphere. Again, we're going to use the radio buttons to answer this question. It says label the seasons for the southern hemisphere. Look at the South Pole. Note if it is tilted toward the sun or away from it. That will definitely help you answer the questions. So again, for each location, determine what season it is in the southern hemisphere. Go ahead and make sure at the end of taking the quiz that you click the submit button. Had a few students that answered the questions but forgot to click the submit button. Kids, it doesn't show up as a graded assignment if you don't click the submit button, so make sure you do that. That does conclude the Seasons On Level quiz. Have a great day, kids.